That sultry voice has been serenading R&B fans with ballads for decades. 16-time Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Brian McKnight is performing in Atlanta tonight for a second night in a row, and he stopped by to talking with us now about his long career and this new single, When I'm Gone. Brian, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
I love this new single, too. I want to talk about it in just a minute, because that one, of course, I can't believe I Googled this one. 20 years old. Released 20 years old.
This
20
year,
years ago. I can't believe that. My husband and I danced to it at prom.
Thank you for reminding me how old I am.
What does that make you feel, though, when you have fans that span decades like that, all different ages?
I think that's the goal. You don't know when you create something that it's going to last 5 minutes, but to have something that's been around, and they have songs way older than that one too, but it's amazing, and especially when you find new generations of kids, of younger people that still love that song, that have been introduced to it by their parents or now their grandparents, and you know, it's a lot of fun. It's great to be even thought of for one thing, let alone several.
Right. I mean, this is going to be your 13th studio album coming up, Bedtime Story, later this summer. And when you look back, does each album kind of represent maybe a chapter in your life or a time period there that you...
The time, sure. It really represents technology more than anything else, because the technology changes so quickly. My first album to this one, everything is so different. And obviously a different place where you are in your life as well.
Right. And this latest single, When I'm Gone, it's got that classic Brian McKnight feel, I think. Yeah,
it does. Yeah, you can be tempted into trying to do what everybody else is doing. I think that sometimes you have to go back to what your roots are. And When I'm Gone is definitely, if you're thinking Brian McKnight, it is classic Brian McKnight.
Well, it's about long distance love too. Is it something you can relate to, being on tour with your
this is what happened. So I was on my way to Japan. There's a Japan lyric in the song, and she goes to about 80% of the shows, but this one, she has her own career. She can't always go.
Yeah.
And you know, we're constantly on FaceTime. There's a lyric in there about that. That we constantly, you know, if we're away from each other for 30 seconds, it's I miss you already every single time. Yeah. So it's really about our life. Yeah.
When you're watching the video right now, and I was reading some of the YouTube comments. I loved reading some of the YouTube comments for this video. Okay, I'm going to share some of them. Like a bottle of fine wine just gets better with time. The one and only Mr. McKnight at his best, and pregnancy rates just doubled.
Oh God.
What is your reaction when you hear some of those comments?
Some people just have to say something.
Yeah.
Number one, and two, that there are people that genuinely, you know, watch and listen and are affected by what they see and they hear.
Oh, and they love it. That's the thing. They're all positive comments.
Most of them. There's always that one that's just trying to get attention.
We don't have to talk about
ignore those.
Exactly.
Just deal with the ratio. The ratio is huge on the positive side.
Yes, yes. You've got a big milestone birthday later this year. Are you one?
2 weeks, yeah.
Are you one that celebrate the big 50?
I'm not necessarily, but my wife is really going all out.
Okay.
Which she does.
Yes.
You know, I've never, from when I was a kid, wanted birthday parties or any of those kinds of things. And I think that once you have somebody to share your life with, it is almost your responsibility to show that person how much you care about them, and she is really stepping out and making me feel that. She does it every day, not just for my birthday, but she's really good at making sure that I know that I'm loved and I'm appreciated.
That's special. You should take advantage.
As I am with her too. I'll get a comment, well, she does everything and you don't know. We are both very good.
Take it in and just experience the birthday, that's for sure. And performing again tonight, you performed last night at City Winery, 2 shows last night, 2 shows tonight, sellout crowds. What is it like to do one of those intimate shows like this?
Well, it's great. It reminds me of my roots, because I still do the big shows too. I always feel like my show should be able to be great for 10 or 10,000, and we do all those kinds of shows. I get to just sit and play and tell the stories behind the songs as the creator of these tunes, and I think people appreciate that they're sitting right there.
Right.
And they can reach out and touch me. Don't do it, but they can reach out and touch me, and it's fun to be able to just sit and play and sing.
Well, we appreciate you joining us today. We really love the new song. Brian's new album, Bedtime Story, will be released sometime later this summer, so look out for that. The single, When I'm Gone, is out now.